Anna from Beautygirlsmom.com.
And I'm Jim from Left Wing Libertarian. So what are we talking about today?
We are talking about the grown-up part of a Disney Cruise Line experience. We are talking about not taking kids on a Disney cruise ship. Most people would think not the place to be. You want to go with your kids. It's all characters and happy breakfasts and kids activities, but there are adult things to do on the Disney Cruise Line.
Or if you take your kids can go to the kids club at the Disney Cruise Line and really spend the entire day there. I mean, you can participate in some of the adult themed activities and not even have to worry about the kids.
Yeah, your kids can go as frequently or as infrequently as they or you would like to the Disney Kids Clubs. But the thing to note is that this is a whole family vacation. So there is ample opportunity for mom and dad to get some alone time, to get some private time, to do some things that you would do on a regular vacation without your children.
Like how to make mixed drinks?
How to make mixed drinks. There's a mixology class offered on the Disney cruise ships. A lot of fun. You can go just, you and your spouse or your partner, learn to make 4 or 5 different kinds of mixed drinks. It's an adults only experience. You have to be 21 in order to sign up for it. There is a nominal fee to participate, but you do get to drink all of the drinks that you make. And it's great fun. You're there with a handful of other people. It is limited to the number of people. And it's a great fun experience.
So what else is there to do in the adult themed Disney Cruise Line category?
I think the biggest adult thing that we want to point out is the spas on the Disney cruise ships. There are a lot of adults-only spa treatments that are available. Everything from couples massage, manicure, pedicures. Some of the ships have the tropical rainforest where you can literally go and just lay in a chair surrounded by nice, comfy, warm
The sound of
towels,
running, the sound of falling music.
The sound of falling
water,
music.
falling water. A little too much mixology there in that.
Too much mixology. Yeah, it's just a nice, relaxing place to go. You can lounge in the hot tub. You can take in some of the different scented showers. There are a variety of showers, each of them with a different scent that stimulates a different part of your body or calms different parts of your body down.
So far, this sounds like a thing where you walk in and then it says men to the left and women to the right. Is there anything there to do as a couple?
No, absolutely, there are couples massages. You can do the rainforest with your spouse or your partner. And one of the things that you love that you do on every single Magic or Wonder cruise is the exotic Rasul massage. Now, when you hear the word exotic, not necessarily thinking children, but basically what it is you're, as a couple, you go into a mud room.
Made of mud.
It's not made of mud. You go into basically a sauna with a shower. It's hard to describe the room. I'm really not sure.
It's really 3 rooms. You walk into one area where you can hang up your robe and there's like ways to they put all the supplies. And then there's a steam and wet room on one side and a heat and shower dry room on the other. So you have a place to put your clothes and get all your supplies, and then you go off to one end and you muddy each other up.
And basically buy supplies. Buy supplies.
Tell me when this is distracting.
Yeah, it's distracting. Buy supplies.
Imagine it with mud.
You will be escorted by one of the spa team members.
Who doesn't stay the whole time. They do leave.
They do not stay the whole time. But basically there are 3 different kinds of mud or body scrubs that they will explain to you. There's a facial one, there's one for your body. They again, different scents, they do different things, open up your pores, do different things. You use them at different times during the experience. Like you're meant to muddy yourself up and then sit in the steam so that the mud bakes in, it opens up your pores. It's very cleansing, it gets rid of some of the toxins from your body, and it is a little sensual. You do have the room to yourselves, as far as I'm going to go with that, but it's a good couples experience. It's something fun. We've always enjoyed doing it.
A couple of tips from the pros who have done this multiple times. The first time all the mud's laid out, you may be a little nervous, wondering when the hostess leaves and the steam comes on, and then you're going to be like, which mud goes where? Doesn't really matter at that point. It's all going to get everywhere.
It might matter. But yeah, the mud does tend to get everywhere. And the trick is, I think, to do like the one mud scrub and then get into the steam, let it steam, rinse it off, do the other mud. And again, it's for different areas of your body. There's one specifically for your face. They do different things, exfoliate, cleanse your pores, do all that kind of fantastic stuff. But you're there with somebody that you love and somebody that you want to spend the time with. You can put the mud on each other. It's easier to have someone else there to muddy up your back.
Let's be honest, you're not going to do this at home. You're not going to do it at home in your own bedroom, and you're not going to do it at home in your own hot tub.
Way too messy.
Way too messy. But a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun, and you don't have to worry about somebody barging in on you. They do, a very gentle tap on the door to let you know that you have about 10 minutes, which is enough time, even if you're fully mud covered, to hop into the shower, get everything all cleaned off.
Pro tip here, the first time you're in the mudroom, every time somebody around you coughs, you'll think that was that gentle tap. Is it time? We have to get out of here.
Well, you do lose track of the time, and there is not a clock in there because it is meant to be relaxing. They don't want you to keep an eye on your time.
That's really a good observation on how relaxing it is. You lose track of just how much an hour is.
You lose track of time.
What a better way to spend time as a couple.
Yeah, it's a great thing to do on a cruise. But yeah, there are couples massages. You can go for, spa treatments together, manicures, pedicures, whatever. Don't get all,
Let's talk about our favorite treatment, the couples massage, where they put you on the tables side by side.
I don't get the couples massage thing. I totally don't understand it. It's not like you're doing something together. You're on separate beds. He's in the bed next to you, snoring his face off, and you're laying there all uncomfortable, like, when is this just going to be over? At least that's how I am. And for me, a massage, not a good thing. I couldn't walk for 2 days after the massage. Too many muscles touched that have not been touched. So, but yes, they do have couples massage. There's also a whole nightclub district for adults on the Disney cruise ship. Different ships have different themed nightclubs, but some of them are geared specifically to adults only. There's a champagne room. There's a room where you will see the backdrop of the bar changes from different cities while you're there. Each bar has a different theme,
and on each of the different ships.
Different theme. The different ships.
So if you've been on
themes.
one Disney ship and go on another, you'll find a different experience. It's not they're not cookie cutter identical.
What about being in the dining room with all those screaming, yelling kids, especially for late seating?
I was going to say, here's the best thing about going to that nightclub on Disney. If your kids are going to the kids club thing, they're either old enough to go and they're eating and gone, or there's the thing where they come to the dining room and pick the kids up. So, you could go to dinner, have soup, appetizer, the start of your entree with your kids, and by the time dessert and coffee come, your kids are already at the kids club, and you can have a nice relaxing coffee, dessert, and then go off for dancing and a drink or two together.
Yeah, for those of you with late seating, if you're bringing children, they do have the option to have the kids club pick up your children. You can be seated at your table. It only works if your children are ordering from the kids menu, which is not required on the Disney cruise ship. Your children can order whatever they want, but they order from the children's menu to participate in this program. And then in about 30 minutes, which is about the length of time it takes most kids to get through a kids meal, someone from the kids club will come down to the dining room and ask your children if they'd like to go to the kids club. So it is an opportunity. Like you said, you can have your appetizer, your salad, or your soup or whatever while your kids are having their meal, and then you get to enjoy a leisurely meal with the grown-ups while the kids are off already having a good time. It's a great opportunity after dinner to go and enjoy some of the nightclubs, do some dancing, have a couple of cocktails, and then you just pick the kids up on your way back to your cabin at the end of the night. But what I was talking about is, what if you don't want to go to this kid-infested dining room where there's yelling and it's loud and it's noisy?
Well, depending upon the ship, you have one or two choices on Disney Cruise Line. You've got Palo, and then you've got Remy.
And those are adults-only dining experiences.
You do need a reservation for those.
You highly recommend a reservation. You might be able to walk in or score a reservation, minutes before you want to walk in. Very rare. So you do want to make those reservations either prior to boarding the ship or as soon as you board the ship when they tell you that the reservation.
And you kind of want to plan when you want to do that. Like, it might want to be a night at sea. It might want to be when you have the next day at sea and you've got time to relax. Plan it as part of your itinerary.
Yeah, I recommend it on a sea day because, especially, if you want to make a whole evening of it, it gives you a chance to maybe hit the spa, get your hair done, get your nails done, get all gussied up, put on your best clothes, and enjoy a nice leisurely dinner, and then hit some of the nightclubs.
Which again could be different for different cruisers because, some of our favorite cruise line pictures are on formal night with all of our children.
Well, they are, and but you can get those taken on your way to the different dinners.
Yes.
And you can still go to the dining room. Let's say you have main seating. You can still go to the dining room with your children. You can have a cup of soup or, even just a drink or a salad or something. Sit there and enjoy the meal with your children, and then you can go off to Palo or Remy later in the evening for an adult-only dining experience. Again, you have to be 18 years or older to dine at either Palo or Remy. There are even occasional brunches or afternoon teas that are available. This varies by sailing, so you will want to check with the Disney Cruise Line whether or not those are available on your cruise.
Yeah, and if you've heard that it was available on one sailing in the past, it does change based upon how, the cruise industry constantly adjusts itself to the tastes of the travelers.
Yeah.
We did a lovely time on an Alaska cruise where we had a brunch lunch at Palo and sat there in the dining room just watching all the sea life float by while we were having a wonderful meal.
Yeah, we were doing the glacier tour at that time.
Yeah.
Some of the other things that you might want to take advantage of, the Castaway Cay 5K. It's not adults.
Highly recommended.
It's not adults only, but you do have to be 10 or older to participate in the run. And it's not...
Or walk. You don't have to run it.
It is not a high-pressure run. You're absolutely welcome to walk it, but it is something, a little more grown-up. You won't have toddlers and babies, if that's something that you're trying to avoid while you're on vacation.
So we started out talking about how you could go to the Rasul room and your spouse could cover you with mud and sensual oils. What did my spouse cover me with on our 5K run?
He got a cup of water thrown into his face.
Not in a nice way.
Not even going to go there. You could just imagine what he had to do that I would have wanted to dump water on him, but...
Not a lot. Because I'm so perfect. As you know from these 83 videos.
The other thing that I wanted to point out also on the Disney Cruise Line is the adults-only pool area. There is a whole area on the ship that is just for people that are 18 and over. So the swimming pool doesn't have yelling, screaming, splashing kids. Might have people like this on there, can't vouch for that. But it has some nice comfortable chairs. It's just a great place to relax, so you don't have to be constantly surrounded by children on a Disney cruise ship.
You know what else is an adult area?
Your children,
go to the coffee bar and then just go one deck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, get yourself a cup of coffee and go one deck up to a lounge chair and find a nice quiet place.
Yeah, but I have a lot of people ask me, you have children, what other cruise line should I go on instead of the Disney ship? Because, I love Disney, but I don't want to be the only people there without children. You won't be the only people without children, and there will be a lot of things for you to do.
We were on a cruise line non-Disney where one of our children didn't want to be left alone. I won't look at the camera operator, but didn't want to be left alone in the kids club because they were the only kid at that age on a non-Disney cruise. I spent the entire cruise sitting there reading books and magazines like right outside the kids' room door.
Yeah, you will find on a Disney cruise ship, because it is geared towards families primarily, your kids will find people to play with in the kids clubs. They won't be the only one ever.
I think that's the important thing to say. It's not geared towards kids. It's geared towards families. You will find something from everybody of every age. And really, that's what you want. You want a vacation for the whole family.
Yeah, and I think the Disney Cruise Line definitely provides that. It is an all-around, well-balanced, you don't have to do everything with your children, you don't have to do everything without your children kind of a vacation. And the opportunities if you're traveling as just adults are just as plentiful as they would be on another cruise line.
Yeah, I think and especially if you haven't cruised at all, it's a great way to get into cruising, because once you've done it, you can come back and kind of debrief on what was the things you liked the most and then adjust future cruises as you go forward.
Absolutely.
I think it's way better to do a first-time cruise on a Disney cruise than to go find some $3.99 Thanksgiving special.
Which we've done.
Yeah, well, we don't want to get into that aspect of cruising, but we have gone to cruises where the fax has come in on a Sunday night, and it's like, if you have your passport and your bags, let's go. And we took a kid out of school. Yeah. Those are not cruises to give you the impression of what cruising is like.
Not always, no. But bottom line, definitely things to do if you're an adult on a Disney cruise ship. So whether you're going just an adult-only trip, or whether you're taking children but want to make sure that there are adult activities for you to do, when the kids are participating in their activities, you will find things on the Disney cruise ship.
And if your spouse doesn't want to do the couples massage, don't worry about it. Just book it without telling her, and then you just go and have a good time. It's worked for me so far.
I am Anna from Beautygirlsmom.com. We appreciate you joining us. If you'd like to subscribe, just hit the button wherever it appears on your screen.
And we'll see you real soon. That's over. Let's get back to our cabana.
Our cabana.
Oh man, we forgot to talk about the cabana.
Totally forgot to talk about the cabana. And you know, we're not even a cabana. There is an adults-only beach at Disney's private island, Castaway Cay. So again, if you are there only as an adult couple and you want a little quiet beach time, you won't have to be on the main beach where all the families are, where there's a lot of little kids, possibly a lot of splashing. There is an adults-only side of the beach, Serenity Bay, where you can go and you can enjoy an adults-only, quiet, relaxing day at the beach.
It means adults, no children. It's not like there's no adult-themed stuff there. It's just no children.
Get your mind out of the gutter. We are still talking about Disney. It is for adults that are 18 years and older, so you won't find any children over there on that side of the beach.
Okay. And the cabanas?
They have cabanas for everybody, so...
Well, worth reserving in advance? First come, first serve?
Absolutely reserve them in advance. They are first come, first serve. And cabanas are a great way to get a little section of the beach just for yourself, but it's also some nice shade. You'll have some drinks and things in there, so... but that's for anybody. So anybody can rent a cabana.